Where's that light? Oof. Ooh. Ooh, that's bright. I was ready for that one. Hey! Now I know what you're thinking. What's with the glasses, right? What are you talking about? They've always been there. No, you see, the thing is I've actually only slept for like 2 hours at this point, so yeah. Okay, on a serious note, I did say that I would make these videos a little bit more energetic because the last one was so long and drawn out and just boring, I'll admit. So let's try to make that intro again, alright? Yeah. Come on! So yeah, that was pretty dumb. So let's just roll the intro.
Turn me up, Astro.
Hey Siri.
Hi.
Can you do me a favor and remind me to shoot B-roll for the intro?
I'll remind you.
Thank you. Alright guys, well today we're going to talk about what is the best training split for you specifically, but also what is the best training split just all around in general for anyone to pick up and just run with. Now in this video we're going to talk about 3 of the most popular splits, and then at the end we'll come to the conclusion as to which one is the best one, as well as maybe some honorable mentions too if we can squeeze those in. Now let's get into it. So the first split we'll be talking about is the total body split. Now, I do hear that this one gets recommended to beginners a lot, mainly because beginners just need to kind of get into the motion of things and don't really need to worry too much about trying to hit unique training styles or anything like that. However, this is a good training split for intermediates as well if you're looking for something that's a little bit more condensed in terms of what you have to do. Now, that being said, you might also have to spend more time at the gym in certain periods because you are hitting the entire body. Another drawback to this, I think, is the fact that because you are hitting the entire body, you will be sore. Now, that might give you an instant gratification of giving you that really good feeling that your whole body's sore, but that means you won't be able to go to the gym next day and your recovery periods might be longer than normal. Now, I do like the ability to be a little bit more creative with your workouts in this sense, just because you are hitting the entire body, so whenever you do a certain muscle group, you don't have to worry about it interfering with another muscle group today or anything like that. You can kind of just hit it all together at once. That being said, your volume's actually pretty low whenever hitting these because you are hitting the entire body, so you have to make time for each body part all within one gym session that you might hit, say, 3 or 4 times a week. That being said, you have to keep up with it a little bit more than the others, but it is definitely an effective style that could be used. Whoa, okay, my guy. How do you even make it through this video? Wow. So now for the next training split, the upper-lower split. Now this one's a little bit more common than the total body split because it does allow you to hit more volume. When doing a upper-lower split, you don't have to worry about trying to fit the entire body's worth of workouts in one session. Instead, you split it up into obviously your upper day and your lower day. So you have one day where you're hitting your upper body parts like shoulders, arms, back, chest, abs. And then you have another day where you're hitting purely your legs, which, yeah, whatever muscles those are. I've been really trying. Now, I've heard some people do like this because they like the method of kind of bouncing back and forth between the upper and lower instead of just trying to hit the whole body at the same time, or some of the more complicated splits. But again, this is one of those where it's a little bit more of a personal preference. That being said, because you are splitting the body's total workload in half in each gym session, this means you can go to the gym more times per week, thus allowing your rest periods to actually kind of overlap with a gym session. So say you trained upper the other day. Well, now it's time to train lower. Well, you're training lower, you're also allowing your upper to recover. So say the next day if you're ready to hit upper again, then you can, instead of having to take an unnecessary rest day like you would if you were training a total body. Now for the actual gym session itself, it could be just as long or shorter than a total body split because now you have the opportunity to focus more on the muscles instead of trying to squeeze in the whole body. Now finally, the push-pull legs, which is by far the most popular that I have personally seen in the gym and that I am actually a very big fan of. Now like all the others, push-pull legs is somewhat explanatory in its own name. In fact, you have a day where you're using all your pushing muscles, such as triceps, shoulders, and chest. A day where you're using all your pulling muscles, such as back and buys, and then finally a leg day. As for abs, you can kind of throw those in whenever, or even train them every day. Now the thinking behind this is that you're kind of using all the motor units in the way that they prefer to be used together. So say during a bench press, you're not just using your chest, you're actually incorporating your shoulders and your triceps involved. So you might as well just hit them all together in one session. At least that's the way of thinking when it comes to push-pull legs. This also allows you to get a lot more volume because now you have 2 rest days for your push day, which are the pull and leg day. Then you can jump right back into it and maybe have only 1 rest day per week, opposed to the others where you might have to have at least 3, maybe even 4. Also, because you're dedicating 1 whole day just to a certain movement pattern, this means you can get in a lot more reps and sets just for 1 muscle group. Now that we have a real quick breakdown of the biggest, most popular 3 splits, which one's the best and which one is right for you? Well, I have you know we can actually answer both of them because in fact they're the same answer. You tell me. Now I can see it already. Some of you are thinking, what? Seriously though, you tell me. Which one is the one that you think you could adhere to the longest and which one you would prefer? Because at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Which one is going to get you in the gym and which one can you keep up with and continue to grow with? Now, this isn't an end-all be-all. You pick one and that's what you commit to for the rest of your lifting career or lifting experience. This is just the one that you're looking forward to right now. In fact, there are many people who pick one and then in a matter of a few months will be on a new training split. When it comes to different types of training splits, it really matters what is your specific goal in mind? Because really you can make any training split work for your goal as long as you focus on specificity. And when you focus on specificity, you don't have to hit those older style bodybuilding bro splits where you have an each day dedicated to 1 muscle group. Instead, you can have, say for something I do is a 4-day split. What I do is have 2 push days, a pull day, and a leg day. You see, I really favor my chest, so the first push day is predominantly chest with minor shoulder work into it. Now I do also understand that I have lacking shoulders and very small arms, hashtag T-Rex arms. So in order to do that, my second push day is more focused on shoulders and tris. Now my pull day is pretty traditional with the back and buys, and then you got my leg day, which of course is all the muscles in the leg. Trying to hold back this feeling. Now this doesn't mean I keep it the same all the time. I do change it up time to time. In fact, when I get a little bit more complicated on my split, it actually becomes an 8-day split where it repeats. However, the second set of days is actually a different intensity and volume. So as previously mentioned, really to find a split that you would like is all purely based on your personal preferences and how you would like to improve. No one split is inherently better than the other, but depending on what you're trying to gain from it, then it might be. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to leave it a like. In fact, if you're wondering, like many of you probably are, am I in a prison right now? Well, yes, I am. But if you want to see more of my content, because I do have more videos on the way, be sure to subscribe to the channel and be sure to look out for more. In fact, check out the Instagram, the Facebook, links in the description, also the merch if you're looking out for some shirts. I'll see you guys next time.